Hey!
I walk out of the bathroom, dude. What the?
And then there's the hyena too. Oh God.
Venturing into the woods alone at night can be terrifying. But what happens when you encounter someone or something you'd rather never meet? Like this first encounter, for example, captured by Yasko. Meet Jasko, a content creator who runs the channel Jasko and specializes in venturing into the most terrifying and forbidden places. Through his videos, he takes viewers on immersive journeys to locations steeped in dark history, where documented murders, kidnappings, and disappearances have occurred. From deep, unforgiving forests rumored to house cryptids and satanic cults, to abandoned structures hiding sinister secrets, his explorations reveal the chilling realities and supernatural activity in these forgotten places. With his raw, unfiltered approach to paranormal investigation, he keeps his audience on edge. But during this particular two-part investigation, he would come to understand just how unpredictable and genuinely terrifying these encounters could truly become. Jasko and his companion, Chris, arrived at a notoriously terrifying forest for a planned camping trip. The forest was so feared that locals refused to enter it, day or night, due to documented murders, kidnappings, and numerous reports of people entering and never returning. Paranormal accounts including shadowy figures spotted along the roads, sometimes leading to dangerous car accidents.
Tonight, we're going to be camping inside of a forest that's so damn terrifying that the locals in the nearby town refuse to enter, day or night. There are documented murders and kidnappings that have occurred within this forest. Not only that, but there are also reports of people going into this forest and never coming out.
However, just before they could take the video any further or tell about the goal of the night, an unsettling atmosphere began to manifest.
It's so muddy and nasty right here.
Oh, is that for your pants? Oh.
God, look, there's snails on it and shit.
Well, those might have spent like some good time sweatpants. I might have some DNA evidence on them. Hold on.
Look at that.
That's really weird.
I was gonna say too, look at the ravens. Oh, that's so nasty.
Keeping watch.
Keeping watch.
They discovered strange items scattered throughout the forest, but it didn't stop them as they continued setting the goal for the night.
So right now, we're on the lookout for an abandoned house. There are reports of a house in here where people claim some dark things have happened within those satanic rituals we mentioned, right?
They had to locate an abandoned house within the forest, rumored to be a site of dark rituals. Early on, strange sounds echoed through the dense woods.
Hello?
Do you know, it sounds like a car's like just idling somewhere.
Yeah, it's weird. This is a forest that's so quiet, but like once you hear something, you're like on edge. You're like, what the hell? Whoa, 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 whoa.
Hey, glad you heard that.
It sounds like someone's like moving in the bushes.
Yeah.
Is anyone there? Can we walk out this way? Oh,
Hear that, eh?
someone whistled back?
Yeah, what the hell? Okay.
From what sounded like an idling car to subtle movements in the bushes, and even a distinct whistle that seemed to respond to Jasko. Despite the eeriness as they delved deeper into the area, the paranormal activity intensified. While driving, they encountered what appeared to be a large, heavy, and stained rug lying in the middle of the road, giving them the chilling impression of a concealed body.
Treacherous terrain.
I mean, it's not wrong.
Yeah, it's not. Whoa, 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 whoa! What is that?
Bro, is that for... Wait, what am I looking at?
Oh
God.
Chris, what is that?
Something, it literally looks like there's like a body into that.
Let me check first, because I don't know if I can show this on YouTube. And if it is...
Okay.
Hello? It's just like a big rug. Look how nasty it is. It's like a big rug.
Nothing rolled up in it though?
That's what I was worried about.
Kick it.
Damn, that is heavy as shit because it's so wet.
Looks like it's stained. It generally looks like a stain.
There was like orange.
Yeah, all
like
over
dark brown orange, whatever.
That's
Spirits.
concerning.
This prompted them to activate their spirit box, which immediately delivered a terrifying warning. suggesting they were in the presence of cryptids rumored to inhabit the forest.
You shouldn't have.
Be terrified of.
Be terrified of?
Of what? What you see?
The headlights hit it. Look. Bro, what the fuck?
Oh, yo, so it's hard to see from here.
The spirit box continued to offer unsettling responses, adding to the ominous feeling surrounding the mysterious rug. As they continued driving, venturing further into the area, that's when they stumbled upon something else. Another strange object lying in their path.
Right now, between the rain and everything, I want to make sure I can hear my surroundings.
Sure.
You still can barely hear jack shit. Look how old that flashlight is.
It's weird, man.
No way. Whoa, that was a whistle.
Hello?
Who's out here? There's no way anyone's out here. That's the thing.
Shouldn't be. No footprints.
But look at this thing. This is a old tent. Bro, look. There's literally puddles of water all over this thing. God knows how long this has been here.
Oh, for real.
They failed to notice the massive, weather-beaten tent hidden in the shadows. But it wasn't what they saw that unsettled them. It was the sound. A low, eerie whistle drifted through the air, deliberate and haunting, as if someone unseen was lurking nearby, trying to draw them in.
Hello?
Your voices.
All through the night, unsettling noises echoed around them, and an unshakable sense of unease lingered in the air. But as the hours wore on, the night grew even more unnerving. They were still outside their vehicle when something deeply unsettling happened. Something that sent a jolt of fear through them. Without a word, they rushed back to the car and stayed inside, too shaken to step out again.
Wait and see. Wait and see for what? What?
Okay. What the fuck was that?
I'm putting this back. This ain't mine.
Yeah, just leave it there, bro. It's fine. You wanna go back in the truck?
Yeah, please. Let's get the hell out of here.
What the fuck?
Oh my God. Okay, Chris, go.
It wasn't just the sounds anymore. They saw something moving between the trees, a shadow that shouldn't have been there. This was their chance to document the strange encounter, to finally capture proof on their phones. But as they raised their devices, something unexpected happened. Something that sent a chill down their spines. Jasko's phone, his main tool for capturing night shots, froze repeatedly, restarted on its own, and, most disturbing of all, none of the photos he took were saved.
Whoa. No way, it just froze your phone. Are you kidding me?
It just killed my phone. Whatever I just took a picture of killed my phone.
No way.
No, bro.
Okay.
No,
the timing
no.
of that was so strange. No shot.
You see how slow it was going, like
it
frame
was
by frame?
Charging.
Bro, it's not even showing the battery right
No,
now.
nothing. Oh, it's turning back on. It's
No
not even dead.
way!
It's not even dead. It just restarted your phone. Bro, get out of here.
There was a picture from my live stream.
Oh, again? Is it shutting off?
Yeah.
Who's messing with Jazz's phone? Is that you, Marie? Is there someone here trying to manipulate our technology and devices?
That is nuts.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I've never.
Well, no, because they're phones.
This technological manipulation suggested an intelligent entity at play. But the string of eerie events didn't stop there. As they began to reverse the car, preparing to leave the area, something appeared, blocking their path and making it clear that whatever was out there wasn't done with them yet.
Can you put the rear camera on?
Rear?
Someone just flashed at my mirror, bro.
What would have it been?
I don't know. There was a flash at the right side here. I don't know.
One of the two boys caught a sudden flash in the rearview mirror and instantly stopped the car. They sat there, confused and tense. How could there be any light or movement in a place this quiet and deserted?
The fuck was that?
We just touched our truck.
Bro, we're not near any road. Look at that.
Nothing at all. There's literally nothing.
This doesn't take us anywhere either, so that goes that way.
What's it detecting?
It just detected something in front of us. What is that? There's something red right there. See that?
That was weird. I don't know what that is.
There's no way that it detected that. I mean, the truck would detect like a person or something.
Yeah.
At this point, the boys noticed a few scattered objects on the ground and decided to stop the car for a closer look. Stepping out, they were stunned to discover shotgun shells lying in the dirt, a chilling find in such an isolated place. Despite the unsettling discovery, they pressed on, using the Spirit Talker app in hopes of making contact. What followed next was something they never would have anticipated.
I see a couple more down here. Okay. Whoa! Oh my god! 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 Did you hear that?
No, what was it? It's the heart of the rain. Oh my god!
What?
It said, "Did you hear me?"
Dog, that sounded like a
Really?
We cannot see anything right now. It is so pitch black.
What was that?
Sound like a...
Just keep going. Please keep going.
What I'm gonna do is, if you look right here, this shows the front camera, guys. I will shine my light for a second. What I want you to do is come closer, and then when I shine my light, I want you to show yourself in front of my truck. Can you do that for me? Okay. What the fuck?
Bro. What the fuck? That was so loud for us to hear that inside? Oh my god, the spirit box had a type of science.
Hell no.
You're just doing an experiment. Get it? Like, I don't... Yeah, let's roll out of here, maybe. Like, far away.
As the rain grew heavier, the surroundings took on an even more unsettling tone, each drop echoing through the silence, amplifying the sense of dread creeping in around them.
It's dead.
Oh, wait, bro, so many
when
people...
When the tides are high.
When the tides are high, water... It's been flooding.
Right
It's a flood zone right now. Car crashed when the tides... I'm gonna put down my phone.
So feel it?
Bro, so many people see, or claim they see figures standing on the side of the road when they're driving on these dirt roads at night. So, like, leave.
Say that. That's insane.
This was the most terrifying moment yet. The car suddenly stalled in the middle of the forest, deep within a known flood zone. Panic set in, but the boys managed to get it running again and continued driving. Then, the video abruptly cut off. When they resumed recording later, something felt different. This time, it wasn't just another clip. Something truly disturbing was about to unfold.
Just standing here, they weren't moving. I literally like blinked and it was gone. Just nothing.
Guys, we're literally driving. I pulled over on the side of the road here, but like...
Well, we were kind of far back is the only thing. So I don't know if... I just don't know why there'd be people out here right now. I generally don't understand.
Well, people claim they see figures on the side of the road like this. So my whole thing is just like, what if what you saw was like one of the spirits that allegedly haunt this forest, right?
Yeah, it's possible. Just kind of watching, keep an eye on things, I guess.
You know...
One of them suddenly caught sight of a figure standing by the side of the road. It was only for a split second. There one moment, gone the next, as if it had vanished into thin air. They brought the car to a halt and stepped out to investigate, unsure of what they might find. But amid the confusion and tension, a strange yet memorable detail unfolded. Jasko lost one of his crocs. It seemed trivial, but in the middle of an already unnerving night, even that small mishap added to the growing sense that something just wasn't right.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I lost a croc.
I can grab it for you. You're going to have to grab the camera and...
Hold on. No, because then you'll probably lose a shoe too. Look at that.
Oh, no. Croc, bro. You've had that croc on so many adventures.
No. I'm so heartbroken. I want to get it out, but it's like...
No, not the phone. Not the phone.
Chris, oh shit.
I'll grab it. I'll grab it.
You sure?
You grab it. Here.
Fuck. Oh no.
Whoa, what the fuck was that?
Get in. What is that? Get in.
I'm falling. I'm fucking sliding.
Careful.
Bro, you need to be careful. You have to go all the way around. You need help?
Here's your light. I'll try.
Here's your light.
You're good. I'll use my phone light.
As he struggled to make sense of what he saw, he stumbled toward the car door in a panic. In the rush, his phone slipped from his hand. But luckily, Chris caught it just in time. As they began to relax, chatting and laughing to shake off the fear, something happened that froze them in their tracks. What they experienced next was truly terrifying.
I walk out of the bathroom. Dude, what the?
19.
18? Sorry, it's been the trend lately.
It has.
A membrane of light.
A membrane of light.
Did something just move right there? You guys watch that? I don't know if I did. I thought I saw something move right there. Can you guys let us know in the comments? That was so weird.
A sudden loud knock echoed against the car door, making them scream. Their hearts skipped a beat. They hadn't seen anyone, and they certainly weren't expecting this. Despite everything that had happened, they pushed forward, setting up camp and settling in for the night. That's when the video suddenly cut to black. But a night like this was never going to end quietly. When the footage resumed, it became clear just how truly terrifying the rest of the night would be.
I'm sorry, but we're getting the hell up out of here now. Things got really weird. We were getting ready to go to bed. We were getting everything set up, everything together, and then all you see is a couple of lights in the distance, and they were just coming closer. We heard a pound on the window, and that was it for us. We literally just got the hell out of here, and I'm so sorry because we haven't filmed much tonight. As a matter of fact, we haven't got out of the truck much at all tonight. Just weather permitted and everything. I mean, right now I'm one croc jazz. But what I want to say is, we're not done here. You have my word. I leave for my vacation soon. When I come back, it'll be about 10 days or so. When I come back, the first thing Chris and I are doing is coming back here. Hopefully, it's obviously no rain and everything. I'm getting my croc back.
Redemption.
And I will get it. I will clean it. I will.
And with the tension mounting and the situation growing more unpredictable, they made the tough call to leave, promising to return once it felt safer. True to their word, Jasko and Chris returned to the forest for a second investigation, heading directly to the spot where Jasko had lost his croc, managing to retrieve it from the mud.
And here we are in the forest. Actually, where we are is the exact spot where I lost my croc that one dreaded night.
Why didn't you put it in sport mode? Genuine question. There's just leaves. Oh, stop. There's no way. Oh. Oh.
She lives. She lives.
It's just been there waiting for you.
1920s.
Yes. What? Sorry. Almost busted my ass.
How many likes for you to put it on right now?
I got.
However, the forest had not quieted.
Stuff.
Is there anyone here?
Gerbil.
Oh, what the hell?
Gerbil.
I am vulnerable.
Oh, me was trying to say vulnerable and it said gerbil. That happens all the time.
Or the gerbil is vulnerable. Okay.
Stop. What if like 100 gerbils come out and just start chasing us?
Maybe.
It just said maybe.
I would laugh so hard.
No.
Gerbils are cool.
Gerbils are really cool. They're like the...
After finally recovering the lost croc, they continued walking, hoping to uncover anything unusual in the darkness. What they found next was more than they bargained for, a strange discovery, followed by a shocking event that would leave them rattled and questioning what they had stepped into.
Definitely sound like a voice back here, though. Hello? Is anyone out
This is
here?
weird. It almost looks like there was a trail or something here. Obviously they covered up, but it's so open. The rest of the forest is so just dense with trees.
It is dense. That's the scariest part about places like this, bro. Is like, obviously at night it's a different environment.
Of
like
course.
when we're here and we're alone, we split up and stuff. Guys, it's a place of like horror movies and shit. But even when you're here in the daytime, you have that feeling that like you're being watched, or that behind a tree someone's watching you, and
There's so many trees. When you hear stuff like that, it's like,
the birds completely
You're not alone.
stopped.
yeah, it was loud when we got here, and they're just quiet.
Okay.
Is the person who left those belongings here with us? Did somebody die in this area?
Let me fire up Necro.
No, I just like, if you're theoretically gonna tango with another person in the forest, are you hiding? Are you scared of us? Uh-huh.
Why don't you come closer? I saw. The last thing I said on Necrometer was, "Did you see me?" This is what happens when you mess around.
Chill, Bill.
He doesn't like you.
Oh, it's not me.
Do you like the... So there's
Okay.
some big movement over there.
Yeah, the birds are running.
And the birds are...
Wow. Man, look at that curved tree.
Which tree? Oh, the curved one over there?
Mm.
Lucky tree, huh?
Gotta get out of here. Yeah. This is weird. This is creepy. This is daytime creepy. But
They continued venturing deeper into the woods with the spirit talker, uncovering new discoveries along the way. Throughout their journey, they engaged in a series of conversations with the spirit, trying to understand its true intentions.
Bro,
Oh.
hold on. Hold on. Getting a really bad feeling right now.
guns.
Really bad feeling right now.
Those weren't there last time, were they?
They were not. I don't think so. We could rewatch the... Let us know if these were there last time.
Yeah, that's like the idea that someone left that tent. That's a nice tent.
That's a beautiful
So
tent.
you think they left in a hurry or something genuinely happened to them?
Here, you might hold this for just a
Yeah.
sec? I kind of want to...
Tended.
Tended. T-E-N-D-E...
Like, is that when you put a tent up? You tended?
We're going to get you a comedy show, huh?
So good.
They noticed some of the personal belongings from the tent were now missing, and new shotgun shells had appeared, suggesting someone else had been there recently. And as the spirit box was responding, it felt as if it was activated at the tent site.
Huh?
Oh my, the gunshot, bro. The gunshot, look at them, they're speeding off.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
All right, my heart just sank, bro.
Guys, it is too dangerous to be out here right now. We just heard a gunshot, and a car just flew by us down this road.
That was a fucking car that you would not bring to a forest like this unless you're doing some fucked up shit.
And they wouldn't be driving like this on these dirt roads.
They were flying. I couldn't even get my
Brother,
car in this forest,
I'm in
bro.
an off-road truck.
You see the bumps and the things we're going
Yes.
through tonight?
I have to go in 4x4 or Baja mode.
So where were they? I genuinely want to know, where the fuck were they? I'm shaking right now, bro. I'm so uncomfortable. That's fucking
I
crazy.
smoked cigars.
100%.
I almost wonder if we should like drive back there and see if like someone's
By the tent?
or they need help or something.
Yeah.
I don't know if we should get out and walk far, but
We should
pop
hop
some
out
windows
though and
down.
just check around. Okay. Guys, I'm going to be honest. This is kind of a change of plans right now. But you know what? I'm going to drive back towards the tent. This might be really dumb. Because a million things are going through my head right now. What if they're driving fast because they're getting away from the gunshot? What if they were a part of the gunshot? What, like, we don't know.
No, like,
But if we're going to be sleeping here tonight, we should probably cover our bases.
I don't know
Holy...
what to say. I'm speechless. Wait, are there lights coming right now?
Shut the fuck up.
I'm pretty sure I saw headlights coming.
Wait, what?
I'm pretty sure I see headlights
Okay.
coming at us.
I'm going to hand you this camera. I'm going to put on night vision right now. Here's this.
I could be wrong.
The investigation took a dramatic turn later that night as they ventured deeper into the forest. Suddenly, they sensed a presence, and almost immediately, a car passed by. This startled both boys, and they began speculating about the possible threat posed by whoever had arrived.
Which, after hearing a gunshot, makes you think,
What the fuck?
what did it see? Why did it stop?
Just slamming on a please check surroundings for safety. What the fuck?
Despite the mounting tension, they continued onward until they reached a spot where they left the car, eager to make some discoveries.
The deck... Marble? Lime? Marble?
Lime? Lime's what they use to, like, hide bodies.
What?
Lime.
That's what they use to hide bodies?
Yeah, you bury a body of lime and it decomposes quicker.
Chris? Tell me these don't look like massive potential graves. Oh my God. Bro, there's more of this bag here.
Okay. Bro, I have the worst gut feeling. I want to come with you, but I don't feel right about this. Everything's all dug up right there. There's 2 huge holes.
Yeah, there's another one right there. Bro, there's a trail back here and everything. There's something pink here. Some sort of can. Tape. You don't have to come here, bro. Honestly, like, can you take a look at this bag at least? Can you tell me what you think that is? Dog, I'm shaking. I'm literally about to have a Hispanic attack.
Yeah, it's literally a bag of fucking lime, bro. Someone buried something here, I'm telling you. This isn't good.
So that's a bag of lime that they would use to...
Hello?
I'm about to freak the fuck out.
Just moments later, a gunshot rang out, followed by the terrifying sensation of someone or something behind their truck, accompanied by a flashing light that solidified their fear of being actively pursued by a something which they referred to as monster.
Like an orange torch.
Okay, let's slowly make our way back then.
That was a whistle. That was a fucking whistle.
That was a whistle.
Hello? I can't believe they didn't do something with this shit, bro. I really don't understand that they didn't, like, come check out the tent.
What the fuck is that?
What the fuck? Who's out here? Over the truck! There's someone behind us? Bro, fucking go. Is a monster?
Bro.
Is that... There was a flashing light behind us. I saw it too.
There was a flashing light, 100%. Oh my
God! What the fuck is that? Bro, go! What are you doing? Go!
I can't see it.
Go! Just go.
Nasally.
Okay. Alright, guys.
We would have saw that when we pulled up here.
I don't know what I want right now. But I'm gonna tell you something. There's something fucked up happening in this forest.
Faced with undeniable danger, they were once again forced to flee the forest immediately. The most disturbing aspect of this investigation isn't just the paranormal activity itself, but the undeniable presence of both intelligent supernatural entities and very real human threats. The spirits seem to respond directly to Jasko's questions, physically interact with their devices, and hint at a violent history within the forest. Combined with the gunshots, speeding cars, and suspicious discoveries like the lime, this suggests a location where multiple forms of danger coexist. The video ends right there, and while unexplained sounds and strange readings might be dismissed by skeptics, the consistent, escalating nature of the experiences over 2 separate investigations, captured on camera in real time, makes this one of the most compelling and terrifying pieces of evidence. What makes this footage particularly chilling is that Jasko and Chris were completely alone throughout both investigations, with no crew or companions to provide safety in such a remote and dangerous location. Remember, spirits may be unsettling, but they represent only one type of danger that lurks in abandoned or secluded places. The next time you consider exploring a supposedly haunted location alone, ask yourself, are you prepared for what might be waiting in the darkness, both seen and unseen. Venturing into the quiet stillness of the wilderness can offer peace, but sometimes it reveals something far more disturbing. What began as a simple camping trip near a truck quickly unraveled into a chilling encounter caught on camera. This encounter would show how unexplained screams and growing tension, captured in under 3 minutes, are yet powerful enough to spark years of speculation. In January 2022, an anonymous YouTube channel, not known for creepy or unsettling content, uploaded a short video just under 3 minutes long.
I hear that? Get Trevor. Austin, get the light.
Fuck. Hey!
That was not an elk. Where's that coming from? Get my keys. Oh, get ready. Dude, fuck that. Fuck that. Everybody, get in my truck. Hear that?
From the start, the video was disturbing. It began with strange, frightening sounds that clearly unsettled the two friends shown in the clip. The video takes place near a truck where the two had been camping. Suddenly, eerie screams break the silence. The friends look confused and scared, unsure where the sounds are coming from. As they move a little further from the truck, the noises grow louder and more intense, as if someone or something was losing control. It might have been a person, possibly drunk or disturbed, or maybe something more mysterious, like a Wendigo.
Where's that coming from? Where's that coming from? Where's that coming from? Get my keys. Get my keys. Get my keys.
Despite the continuous screaming throughout the recording, the source of the noise was never found. The video then ends abruptly, cutting to black without warning. What followed was a wave of fear and speculation online. Who, or what, was making those sounds? Why was it targeting the campers? Was it a person, a supernatural creature, or something else entirely? And most chilling of all, did the man behind the camera make it out alive? Even years later, the video still haunts viewers. The questions it raised remain unanswered, and the fear it stirred has never fully faded. Exploring unknown places can lead to incredible discoveries, but sometimes the most unsettling findings aren't what you expect to see, but what you hear. And in one particular video, the focus shifted from the drive to a deeply unsettling exploration, where strange sounds and fleeting observations created a chilling atmosphere. The YouTube channel called Master Truck Driver uploaded a unique video unlike its usual videos. It showed the truck's journey, which began like any other, heading towards a location shrouded in uncertainty. The air was heavy, perhaps from the effort of travel or a growing sense of unease about what lay ahead. A simple greeting marked the start. As the exploration commenced, the creator not just parked his truck, but also began documenting the surroundings.
Hi guys. I am so tired.
The camper continued showing his night routine, moving through his truck and then finally heating himself a meal. However, early on, a distinct reaction occurred, something unexpected that prompted questions and attempts at identification.
What? Fuck. What is this? Bird or...
There was a sudden loud knock on the van. He tried looking out for what it was, but couldn't quite figure out. Was it an animal, a structure, or something else entirely? The initial confusion gave way to further investigation of the area. Ignoring the sounds, he continued having his meal. But during that, it happened again.
What? What is this? Fuck. Lan. Fuck.
While exploring, a strange sound started to appear. The sounds. It didn't make sense in such a quiet and empty place. The clapping happened at random times, making the moment feel even more creepy. It didn't fit with the surroundings, and it left the video creator, and anyone watching, confused and uneasy. The truck driver got worried. He left his truck and looked around, paying close attention to what was nearby. He was trying to find where the sound was coming from. For a moment, he thought someone might be out there, but he couldn't see anything clearly. After not finding anything, he went back into his truck, locked the doors, and continued eating, trying to enjoy the rest of his night. The video ended with the mystery still unsolved. No one knew where those sounds came from, who might have been nearby, or why it felt so strange. Shared on the Master Truck Driver channel, this video showed that sometimes the scariest moments are the ones where you hear something you can't explain. Embarking on a solo journey into remote wilderness can be an incredible experience. a search for peace and connection with nature. But sometimes, the silence of solitude is broken by unsettling sounds that remind you you're not entirely alone, or perhaps that others are closer than you think. This encounter might make you think twice about where you choose to spend the night. Meet Simon, the creator behind the YouTube channel Vanning on Weekends. Through his videos, he shares his experiences living and traveling in his van, documenting his adventures as he explores various landscapes and seeks out unique overnight spots. From picturesque lakesides to quiet forest clearings, his journeys highlight the freedom and challenges of van life. With his calm and immersive style, Simon invites viewers into his world. But during one seemingly peaceful trip, he would encounter something that disturbed the tranquility of the evening. The day began with Simon making his way to a beautiful lake, excited to try out his new paddleboard for the first time. The weather was perfect, warm and sunny, making for an ideal start to his adventure. He carefully prepared his gear, inflated the board, and headed out onto the water, enjoying the sun and the relaxing motion of gliding across the lake.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel for a new video. We're so good today. It's near 30 degrees Celsius. It's very warm. I think it's the first time that I'm in t-shirt because today I want to try my paddleboard. I just bought it. I never used it. I never tried any paddleboard before. So today is the day. I'm very excited. The lake looks so nice. It's very beautiful. I have the paddleboard here, so I'm gonna inflate it. Going well. For the first time, it's good. I like it. It's relaxing.
He spent a good amount of time on the water, exploring the different sections of the lake before deciding it was time to find a place to settle in for the night. As evening approached, Simon began searching for a suitable spot to camp. He found a large open area beneath some power lines, a vast space that seemed perfect for parking his van and enjoying the quiet.
So let's go find a sleeping spot for tonight. So guys, that's where I'm gonna sleep tonight. I don't think I'm gonna have problems here. It's so big. I'm underneath the power lines.
After getting settled, he prepared his dinner, enjoying the simple meal he had made before leaving home. The solitude felt complete. The only sounds were the gentle hum of nature and the occasional mosquito. Suddenly, the peaceful evening was shattered by a series of loud noises.
I believe someone just shot something. Whoa. Okay. Lots of shots. They're just underneath the big pylon over there. They're very far and I can hear the blast of the explosion. It's very nice. It's crazy.
It sounded distinctly like gunshots, echoing through the surrounding area. Simon froze, his attention immediately drawn to the direction of the sound. More shots followed, the sharp reports cutting through the quiet. He tried to locate the source, realizing the sounds were coming from people near the large pylons further in the distance. Despite the apparent distance, the noise was clear and unnerving, a stark disruption to the solitude he was seeking. While the people firing the shots seemed far away and their intentions unknown, the experience served as a potent reminder that even in remote locations, you're rarely completely alone. The sound of unexpected activity, especially something as jarring as gunfire, can quickly turn a feeling of peace into one of vulnerability. Simon's calm evening was interrupted, leaving the vast, quiet space feeling a little less safe than before. An unsettling moment during an otherwise tranquil journey. Diving into the unsettling world of wild camping, where the peaceful isolation of nature can suddenly shift into something deeply unnerving. What happens when a seasoned adventurer, known for pushing boundaries, finds himself completely overwhelmed by an unseen presence in the woods? In the quiet of the forest, fear doesn't need a face. Sometimes it's the things you can't see that stay with you the longest. Meet Thomas Locke, the creator and namesake behind the YouTube channel, Thomas Locke. His channel is dedicated to showcasing immersive wild camping experiences, often pushing the limits of comfort and endurance in remote natural settings. From conquering challenging landscapes to braving the elements, Thomas captivates his audience with his raw and authentic encounters with the wild. However, even for someone as experienced as Thomas, some places hold a darkness that no amount of preparation can overcome, forcing even the bravest to retreat. On this particular trip, Thomas and his friends, Sam and Matt, ventured into a place known as Gravelwood, a forest rumored to hold unsettling secrets. Thomas, having previously felt an odd sensation in this very forest, initially tried to rationalize any strange sounds as merely cows on the other side of the woods, hoping to prove that most spooky feelings are just tricks of the mind.
Once again, going into the fray, the haunted forest, which, not to ruin everything, but we were just filming some drone shots, and there are cows on the other side of the forest, so those noises were probably cows.
He acknowledged that something felt unsettling about this particular camp and invited his viewers to judge his reaction. As they began to set up camp, Thomas observed the neglected state of the area, making an unsettling joke about it being poorly maintained due to killings.
This is why it's a pretty good spot, because obviously it's not very well maintained, so no one really cares about it. Yeah. Or maybe it's not well maintained because of all the killings.
They then approached a prominent big dark tree in the forest, a location that drew comments about being haunted. While his friend Sam felt perfectly fine, Thomas admitted to feeling a noticeable chill in the air.
See the big dark tree?
Oh, that's the tree.
That's the tree. Does anyone feel anything yet?
A bit chilly.
What do you think, Sam?
I think it's perfectly fine.
Someone said maybe like a predator had sprayed pheromones on it, and that's what I was feeling.
Possibly.
Despite his usual bravado, Thomas expressed a strong reluctance to pitch his tent directly in front of this particular tree.
We're going to have the tent closest to the tree.
I would very much not like to be near the tree. It won't be as big of a slope as it, Brecon.
Oh,
That was...
As the day progressed, the discomfort began to mount.
Oh, honestly, my tent is soaked on the inside. How has that even happened? You brought food with you?
Yeah.
Ah.
No, you brought food, didn't you? Yeah, I don't have any cutlery.
I might have brought a spare fork. Right, so it's not actually that dark, but this camera's crap low light performance, so Fox 2 will set up. Did it slightly better than the last time, but still not great. There's Matt's Fox 1, as always. Stunner, it's up immediately, no worries. And then there's the Hyena 2. Oh God.
What?
My inside of my tent's mouldy.
Oh. You said this, didn't you?
Yeah. No dear. Yeah, I mean, it'd be fine, but that's a bit annoying. Being in a confined space that's mouldy overnight, not so sure about that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, it's actually okay on the side I'll be sleeping. Just have to give it a good clean when I get back, I guess. But it is damp. That sucks.
Thomas discovered his tent was inexplicably soaked and molding on the inside, adding a layer of genuine annoyance to the growing unease of the environment. The tent's condition was just the start. Their attempt to cook dinner turned into a frustrating disaster as well when their pan melted through, forcing them to try a second, equally unsuccessful attempt.
Oh dear. Oh shit. Oh shit.
What?
Oh, how the...
Did you run out of gas?
No, I've just burnt through the pan. There is a hole in the pan. How the hell?
Well, my pan.
Yeah. What? I don't understand how... No, you can't. But how are you meant to cook things in a pan that melts?
I mean, I grabbed them from Asda, didn't I?
Yeah, that's true, actually. No, they were from... they were REX ones.
No, I did. I got them from thingy, didn't I?
These were from Go Outdoors. Okay, so... Just once, I'm going to go on a camping trip that doesn't end in disaster.
Yeah, true.
There's mould in my
Our
tent.
Our Thetford one went well.
Yeah, that's true actually.
That's the only one.
That's the exception. Really low heat, yeah? Don't melt. No, because straight away I can see that that's... Yeah, it is. This one's melting. This one's melting. Yeah, no, that's melting. That's melting. I can see it melting.
You can see the ring in the middle.
Oh my goodness.
Despite these accumulating minor mishaps, Thomas tried to convince himself and his companions that there was nothing creepy about that forest, though his friend Matt suggested he was just looking for an excuse to leave.
There's nothing creepy about this forest at night.
Is that you trying to convince us?
I'm not creeped out. I mean, it's because you guys are here, but I'm not creeped out.
I think give it an hour or two, you're going to be very hungry.
I've already eaten.
Yeah, but
I think you just want to go to Spoons. That's what I think.
I probably won't go Spoons. I'll probably go home.
What's going on?
As darkness fell, the atmosphere in the forest grew denser. Thomas candidly admitted that with his torchlight, the woods felt creepy.
Just realised the tree no longer here.
Actually, it is quite creepy with the torch.
Actually, I put my tent directly in front of the tree. Mm-hmm. Oh, so it's there.
That's the tree.
Yes. Did you get that?
What was that?
That was definitely like a bark.
What if we get dragged in?
Probably a deer or something. Yeah, it's a deer. So how are we feeling, boys?
It's darker than I
Can't see.
Yeah, I can't see shit.
Oh, Jesus.
A lot of comments about this tree, about how it's haunted. There's a demon living in it, there's a ghost. Go talk to the farmers nearby, ask them what's going on here. Go read your history books and all that.
We're tracking down Bigfoot though.
There's nothing wrong with it, it's a fucking tree.
Why does it make that noise? I don't like it.
It is a very big and tall tree. Yeah, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm going to sleep in front of it tonight and I will not die overnight.
A sudden bark-like sound echoed through the trees. He first assumed it was a deer, but then scanned the forest to see what was truly out there. He recounted feeling a chill during a previous visit, but noted that he felt okay this time because he was with his friends, suggesting safety in numbers.
You're not scared at all? You don't feel any chill down your spine? Because when I came back here, I felt just an immediate chill down my spine.
And what about today?
No, nothing.
I feel okay today because I'm with you guys.
It just, he's just chilling.
After his friend pointed out a spot where apparently the demon goes, Thomas conceded that the location was definitely creepier than Thetford, another forest he had explored.
That right there is where the demon girl hung herself.
Don't say that.
That's good.
Because what if it's true?
True. Fine. I found those rollers too. I will give you one thing. It's definitely creepier than Thetford, but that's because it's natural.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thetford you feel a bit safer in because it is, you can tell it's made by a man. Yeah. You make a mess.
Yeah, I'm a little bit on edge now, I was completely fine like 5 minutes ago, but since we did that, I'm a little bit like...
He acknowledged that the earlier banter had left him a little bit on edge. However, while discussing their nervousness, Thomas found his voice echoing oddly through the forest, a sound he disliked.
Can you get them tucked in?
Are you actually like shitting?
I'm pretty nervous.
Oh, he's a little baby.
I don't like it when your voice echoes around the forest.
I've got stigmata.
What's stigmata? What's that?
It's an unexplained wound which is usually attributed to Jesus Christ.
Let's have a look.
That's a cicada.
What's up?
Listen.
There's nothing there.
It's a cicada. Or a bug.
Yeah, some roaches.
Oh.
That's just a hole in the ground. No, never mind.
And as moments passed, he heard another sound. This time he confessed to being nervous and stated he would leave if he were alone, but felt he could manage with Sam and Matt present, attempting to reassure himself.
Yeah, I'm nervous. I'm not feeling it. If I was on my own, I'd be out of it. But Sam and Matt are fine, so I'm gonna be fine. But I'm not,
Later, one of the friends howled like a wolf, an act that might prove to be a mistake. Dismissing the unsettling atmosphere, they headed toward their tents. Upon arrival, Thomas was startled when a harmless leaf landed on his tent, triggering a reaction far more panicked than the situation warranted.
Oh!
That's a mistake.
It would have been cool if something did it backfire.
No, it would not.
What if we meet a werewolf and he's chill?
No, it's a bat. Oh no, it's a tree. It's a leaf.
Oh my god.
I can.
Yeah, it did.
You've been marked to sacrifice.
Oh my goodness, I actually have. Don't like that.
Hello.
That's scary.
What? Generate 8 what the fuck?
Sam's sneaking up on me, isn't he? Yeah. Stop it. Look, my tent collapses.
Funny.
His friends playfully spooked him, further highlighting his jumpiness. However, while the boys were having fun, they immediately came across something unexpected.
Right. Yo, that is actually something, bro.
That's probably a wolf.
Can you
No,
hear
wait,
that?
no.
What?
Just missed. You missed something.
Shut up.
It's a motorbike.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Actually,
No, it probably was a motorbike.
Yeah, probably was. You are such a curmudgeon.
I'm okay at the minute in my tent. I feel protected.
Yeah, but you got to come out and do stuff with us.
You wanted to get in your tent ages ago.
Yeah, but not now. You told me not to, and now you're getting in there, you hypocrite.
They heard a sound, initially thinking it might be a wolf, only to identify it as a motor. Therefore, from the perceived safety of his tent, he felt momentarily protected. Thomas's friend Matt began to challenge his growing fear, playfully calling him a little baby boy, while Thomas insisted he was more attuned to the supernatural.
Tom is very nervous.
I just...
See, it's quite funny because at first he said, I'm here, I'm with you boys, I no longer feel nervous. I feel like...
It was immediately
it's all
interview
okay.
about the tree, and now
he's
But
crying.
returning to the tree has made Tom feel worried, feel nervous, feel unsafe.
However, this was the moment when Matt observed that Thomas was just very nervous, noting that returning to the vicinity of the demon tree had made him feel unsafe once more. Thomas then considered the logical option of bailing for their survival, wondering if the demon tree itself was trying to compel them to leave. Meanwhile, his friends continued to play tricks, throwing things at him, which, despite knowing it was them, still freaked him out.
Oh, fuck off. I even knew it was you. I knew it was you and it still freaked me out. I've got this sort of feeling that's like,
I got a feeling.
let me talk to the camera, let me speak this to the camera and we get some clean audio. It's this like splitting sort of pain through my limbs, just every heartbeat. It's like, poof, poof, poof. Just like, the log started moving when you two sat down and it freaked me out.
Yeah,
I'm really on edge. These guys are absolutely fine. I don't
not with that.
want to leave.
He described a splitting pain and being really on edge, indicating a significant shift in his comfort level.
You jumping on the thing, oh man. I'm leaning towards leaving at the minute. Because I'm not going to sleep. I know I'm not going to sleep. And we're doing stuff tomorrow. I'm just on edge, and I'm worried about that mold thing. But also I'm worried about sleep.
I think it will be worse when we're all in our beds and no one's making a noise.
Yeah, and it's annoying because we're all set up and ready to go. And this will be the second time I've bailed from this camp.
Well, then we just don't do this one again. There you go.
Yeah, well, if I bail now, I'm not doing this camp again.
I just started going gym, doing cardio.
I just...
It ain't gonna work.
What, leaving?
Yeah.
Why?
Trapped.
Too late.
What do you mean?
The gates are closed.
Where are the gates?
That's what you think.
No, I want to go. I want to go.
Well,
okay.
that was too much.
Why do you even camp?
There's camped loads of places, just not this one.
I don't know what it is about this place, man. I don't know what it is about this place. Because if I was you, I'd be pissed off. So I totally get it. I completely
You know how
empathise.
chilled I am about everything.
You're fine.
Sorry.
I totally empathise with Sam. But I am on edge.
By this point, Thomas was leaning heavily towards leaving. He felt certain he wouldn't be able to sleep, citing both the unsettling feeling and the mold in his tent as reasons. Thomas was unable to emphasize in front of the camera, but after that night, he spoke on this footage and expressed a powerful desire to depart, feeling trapped and admitting that the situation had become too much for him. He listed the moldy tent, distant banging music from a party, and his general state of being on edge as the reasons for their early departure. He also noted the curious absence of cricket sounds in their immediate section of the woods compared to other areas.
It's so noisy here. There's so many more... Do you not think that's a bit weird? there's just no crickets in that section of the woods, and there is here. Wait, shh. Stop. Thought I heard voices.
And while noticing those sounds, he realized there were no crickets there yet. A lot of noise followed by greater noise in the distance.
Yeah, I don't know if you can hear that on the camera, but there's just some really loud music. Probably from one of the nearby houses. Someone's having a party. That's so loud. Not gonna lie about it.
Reflecting on the experience, Thomas expressed annoyance and regret at having to bail from this particular camp for the second time, frustrated that it kept happening.
It's just frustrating that that's the second time I've tried to camp there. Third time, if you include the time I said to you, no, I'm not feeling it, let's just go home. But let's not do it. And bailed every single time. Yeah, there was no option. With the same here, if there was no option here, it wouldn't even be a question. But the fact that it's so easy to just go. I mean, I was in my tent, I was okay, but the mold was concerning. My gear was moldy earlier when I got it out, but it didn't look like the tent was. I don't know why the tent was wet, because nothing was wet. Like, I cleaned, I dried everything, hung it up after my last trip, so I have no idea why that stuff was all wet, so I'm gonna have to...
He clarified that he didn't feel any supernatural danger, but rather that his own mind playing tricks on him was enough to prevent any chance of sleep. He apologized for the outcome, emphasizing that it wasn't for content and that he genuinely wanted to complete the trip. He contrasted this unsettling experience with a previous trip to Thetford Forest, where he felt completely fine. Ultimately, Thomas declared himself done with this forest for future camping videos, firmly stating he would not attempt to camp there again. But one thing remained there. He couldn't quite figure out why his tent was wet when he got it out. While some experiences merely provide a thrill, others leave an indelible mark, proving that sometimes the most terrifying encounters are not with overt monsters, but with the subtle, creeping unease that whispers from the depths of a dark, ancient wood. Thomas Locke's journey into Gravelwood is a chilling reminder that some places are best left unexplored, and sometimes the bravest thing you can do is simply walk away. Spending the night alone, especially in a vehicle in a remote location, can feel like a safe haven. But sometimes, the safety you assume is an illusion, shattered by unexpected and terrifying disturbances in the dark. This encounter will make you think twice about where you decide to park for the night. Meet Maverick, the creator behind the YouTube channel Mav. Through his videos, he takes viewers on adventures, primarily focused on fishing and the outdoors. His channel is usually filled with the serene beauty of nature and the thrill of the catch, but one particular trip would prove to be less about peaceful angling and more about unexpected fear and vulnerability. Maverick was driving up north, preparing for an overnight stay in his truck before a morning of salmon fishing. He had a specific spot in mind, right where he planned to fish, hoping for a convenient setup.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Mav, where we do everything outdoors. So right now I'm driving up north. I'm gonna be doing an overnight in the truck tonight. Got a nice foggy day. Hopefully we can get some fish. I don't know if I'm gonna have time to fish tonight, but I guess we'll have to see, so.
Arriving in Two Harbors, Minnesota, on the coast of Lake Superior, he was geared up for coho salmon and possibly loopers, even considering a catch and cook video if successful. But first, he needed to get his truck bed ready for the night and catch some sleep before an early start.
Alright, so I just got all rigged up for tomorrow for fishing. I'm going to be targeting some salmon, so I'm going to be using some big casting spoons, but right now I'm up in Two Harbors, Minnesota, right on the coast of Lake Superior. Going to be going after some coho salmon in the morning and possibly some loopers. So if I catch some fish tomorrow, I'm going to be doing a catch and cook, but for tonight, I got to get my bed set up and I got to jump in the back of my truck and get some shut-eye because we're going to go after these fish really early in the morning.
However, his chosen spot turned out to be less than ideal for a quiet night. He quickly realized he needed to leave the initial location.
Alright, so I need to get the heck out of this spot. I originally picked that spot because that's where I was going to fish in the morning, or where I am going to fish in the morning, but after being there for like, I don't know, I've been there for like the latter half of the last hour kind of just packing stuff up and trying to get my truck as organized as possible.
Despite it being where he planned to fish, it seemed for him to be difficult to settle in, especially with camera equipment out. Feeling watched and annoyed, he found a different place to park for the night, hoping to do so inconspicuously and without going too far.
There's like a bunch of cars driving around there. I talked to one of the kids and he's a high schooler from the area, so I think it's just kind of like a high school hangout spot. It's kind of annoying, like having people drive by and like, I don't know, zipping on past all the time. So we're gonna find a different spot. Hopefully we can do it kind of inconspicuously. And I also don't really want to make it too far away.
Searching for a new spot, he encountered signs warning against unauthorized vehicles in the park area, adding another layer of uncertainty to finding a suitable place to camp discreetly. Despite the challenges, he eventually found a spot, but the feeling of being observed lingered.
No unauthorized vehicles in park. Does that mean like parked or like in the park? Is this a park?
He attempted to set up his sleeping area in the back of his truck, realizing that with his camera gear and bed setup, it wasn't exactly subtle.
Freaking ears. I just got this new camera bag and it's just ginormous.
The stealth camping felt anything but, and the earlier feeling of being overwhelmed by how many people were driving by and the sense of having many eyes on him returned. It was an odd and unsettling experience, knowing people could easily see into his truck and understand what was happening.
Kind of a weird little stealth camping, boondocking type deal I've got going on tonight. I haven't ever been like, I just felt very overwhelmed earlier with how many people were driving by and like how many eyes I had on me. It's kind of a odd thing to have a bunch of cameras out and a truck bed with a bed in it. I mean, people can probably connect the dots there, what's going on, so.
He decided to keep the lights off as much as possible inside the truck to avoid drawing attention, knowing that even through the back windshield, people could likely see in. The plan was still to wake up at 5 a.m. to be ready for the salmon bite right at first light. The night began quietly, but that wouldn't last.
Alright, so there's people right outside. They just did a burnout in their truck. And they're just hanging out right here. I don't know what's going on. I know you can't see me right now, but I can't risk turning on any lights. God, this is so annoying.
Alright, well, they just want to hang out and play music, that's fine. Can you hear that right now? That's all wind.
Suddenly, people were right outside his truck. He could hear them, including the sound of their truck, and they seemed to just be hanging around the immediate area. He had no idea what was going on. Unable to risk turning on his lights, he stayed hidden in the dark, unsure of the intentions of the people just outside. He tried to tune it out, noting the sound of the wind, but the presence of others so close by was deeply unsettling. Later in the night, something much more terrifying would occur, which would leave Maverick scared.
Alright, so my main camera has died. It's about 2:30 in the morning, and I tried to get a little clip of it before my camera died, but there was like 2 kids out this way, and I woke up to like, it sounded like something dragging on the ground. I couldn't tell exactly where it was, but it sounded like it was in like this general direction and close to the truck, because the wind is like making so much noise in my truck. It had to have been close. This dragging goes on, and then all of a sudden there's a pop. I couldn't tell what it was at first, but then I realized that it was
the sound of a gun because there was the sound of a ricocheting bullet hitting concrete. It made like the pew sound. I know my reenactment noises are great, but it was pretty scary. Another one went off, and it sounded like a small gun, like a 22 or something. But it's 2:30 or 3 in the morning, and there's high schoolers outside of my truck playing with the gun. That's really reassuring. So, I've never felt more unsafe truck camping somewhere. It's just, if I hear them come back and I hear that gun go off again, I'm probably just gonna have to set my car alarm off, because I'd hate for a stray bullet to come through the back of this thing, even if it is from a 22. It could hit me right here and I could be dead. So 2 more hours to sleep. So I'm gonna try to do that. They haven't been around for like the last half.
Around 2:30 a.m., his camera died, but he was jolted awake by sounds near the truck. There were voices, seemingly 2 young people, and then a distinct, horrifying noise. He couldn't initially identify the sound, but the chilling realization soon dawned on him. It was the sound of a gun, followed by the unmistakable sound of a ricocheting bullet. The experience was incredibly scary, leaving him shaken in the dark confines of his truck. Despite the fear, he knew he needed to try and get a couple more hours of sleep, hoping they were gone. Morning finally arrived, around 7 a.m., with the sun just starting to rise. The night had been anything but peaceful, and Maverick admitted it was probably the most scared he had ever been in his truck.
Alright, it's probably just about 7 o'clock in the morning. Sun's just getting up. Just starting to poke up over the tops of the trees.
Turning his camera back on, he pieced together what had likely happened.
I realized that there's a metal garbage can about 50 yards this way from my truck. So I believe those kids were dragging out a garbage can and shooting it with a 22 last night. I did hear one of the kids yell, "Ow," after the last shot went off, and then heard a ricochet from the garbage can, heard the kid yell, "Ow," and then I never heard him again, so I don't know what happened. Maybe one of them got hit or something, but yeah, that was not cool. It was so close to my truck, and if that was the garbage can they were shooting at, it's likely that they're shooting like right towards.
He explained how he had heard one of them yell out after the last shot, and then heard the ricochet from the garbage can. The close proximity of the shooting was terrifying, especially given the likelihood that they were shooting directly towards his truck. He noted the advice he'd received to carry a firearm, but felt it wouldn't have protected him from such unpredictable and foolish actions.
So cool. Before you go down below and tell me that I need to have a firearm in my vehicle, sorry, but a firearm really isn't going to protect me from 2 dumb kids with a 22.
While Maverick was fortunately unharmed and continued the remainder of the day as planned, i.e. fishing, the fear of being so close to random gunfire in the middle of the night is a chilling prospect. The vulnerability he felt, hidden in the dark while unknown individuals were acting recklessly just yards away, highlights the unpredictable dangers that can arise even when simply trying to find a quiet place to rest outdoors. This encounter serves as a stark reminder that sometimes the biggest threats aren't paranormal, but simply human. Now that was all for today, folks. If you enjoyed these clips, subscribe to my channel and click to see more on the video on screen.